I'm here with Dan Regan, Director of Tennis at Brook Hollow Golf Club in Dallas. Thanks a lot for joining me, Dan. Can you describe the facility you're the director at?
Yeah, so I'm in Dallas, Texas at Brook Hollow Golf Club, like you said. Really, thank you for having me here, Nate. We have 10 outdoor hard tennis courts. We have 2 outdoor hard true courts, the hydro clay ones. We have 4 permanent indoor tennis courts, and we have 4 permanent pickleball courts.
So you guys started playing Spec Tennis at your club maybe 6 months to a year ago, and how would you say that's been received by your membership?
Yeah, so I mean, like we spoke before, I've came from the Northeast Club. I was director of racket sports at Innis Arden Golf Club, played a lot of platform tennis, and obviously, you know, with the weather here in Texas, we haven't got the cold climate to have platform, and pickleball is growing out here. But it was something that I really just searched online and saw Spec Tennis and was like, oh my God, I've got all this equipment. Let me give this a try here. Started out, obviously been new at a job, trying to put on different kind of events and stuff like that, and threw out a Spec Tennis event. And we got 32 members out the first time we did an event. And, you know, I had all the equipment, we rotated, we played points. Shortly after that, I think I got right in contact with you, Nate, about how I'm going to start growing this Spec Tennis program at Dallas. And, you know, listen, I think Spec Tennis is, you know, the way you put it is the competitive edge of the pickleball player. And it is fast-paced, and it is so fun to play. And we've got a lot of great tennis players at the club, including people like John Isner and, you know, players that have played at TCU and all that. And they're just loving getting out there, playing singles because of the, you know, the movement aspect. And, you know, you can really play full tennis strokes out there. It's truly awesome.
Awesome. If you get a chance to get a video of Isner, that would be a real treat.
Yeah, I saw him in the bar one time. I tried to ring him out to an event, and he was giggling at me. So he knows I pepper him quite a bit for this stuff.
Wow, that's great. Have you been able to get some new players on the court, would you say, because of Spec Tennis that maybe you haven't got on the tennis court before, or maybe didn't feel like going out for pickleball?
Yes, absolutely. You know, one of the things that we've done really well is Spec Tennis. That we've done a lot of birthday parties and a lot of private events introducing Spec Tennis. So pickleball is obviously growing and getting very big, and because of the 4 courts that we have, normally when I run my events, I do 2 courts pickleball and 2 courts Spec Tennis, and everybody rotates in, and they can actually see the difference and really make their own mind up whether they want to play pickle or they want to play Spec. And, you know, a lot of it, I come out, I'm 75-25 in the land of Spec Tennis because of, you know, sometimes the younger demographic of the member, they want it to be a little bit more fast-paced, they want to hit out at the ball, you know, they want to give their friends a little bit more jip than they can on a pickleball court, and that's really where we've been growing from there.
Oh, that's great. Sounds like you guys getting really creative with the programming, the birthday parties. That's awesome. Love that. Sounds like your club's just really a place for the members to be. I mean, they just feel like a sense of community. They feel like this is where they go when they have free time.
The club has a famous drink, and their famous drink is the screwdriver, and it's the #1 consumed drink at the club. And, you know, a lot of the private events I call, you know, Spec and Screwdrivers. So we get out there and you know, really put the fun social aspect into that and have a little play on the name and stuff like that. So it's been going well.
Do you see Spec as a tennis development pathway, like a way to get into tennis?
From playing it, obviously myself, 100%. I think teaching the juniors, I actually use it a lot in my junior tennis programming now as well, because making the juniors learn to keep the ball under control in a confined space, like a pickleball court, you know, I really think that is the way forward in junior development of tennis. Because once they can control the ball in that confined space and learn to hit soft and have soft hands, and I think, you know, I mean, being a tennis pro, and you will know this, and everybody around the country will know this, sometimes you start a lesson and you try to play mini tennis, and a lot of members will look at you with 3 eyes and be like, why we play mini tennis? Let's just get going. And I think, you know, the tennis industry needs to realize that once juniors and new adult players, once they can learn to control the ball in a confined space, then, you know, the opportunities are endless. And that's, for me, that's the phase 1 of development.
That's great. I like that a lot. What would you say to somebody who's kind of on the fence about playing, like maybe, oh, is this going to hurt my tennis game? Is this going to take away my tennis practice? Well, I don't know. Now there's all these new sports out here. You know, why should I try this out?
It's such a good, and the way I answer my members is just try it. It's on me. Come out the first time. It's free. I don't care. I just want you guys to experience what this game is and how fun this game this game truly is, because I think, that's on the fence with your pickleball, your other racket sports. And I truly believe the racket industry is changing as well. Tennis is an amazing, and that sport's not going away, but adding stuff like pickleball, spec tennis, platform tennis, pop tennis, anything to your program now is key for all of those directors to really jump on, because everybody's looking for the next new thing. And I believe, spec tennis is up there with them. As long as they try it, they see it once, they get addictive. It's like anything else.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. I mean, I totally agree. I think now, especially with most tennis clubs being closed and tennis pros and directors looking for strategies to reopen, I think now is a great time to explore other racket sports as well, besides the traditional tennis programming that's had.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money. And I truly think it's a must. I've been highly involved with the guys over at PPR with the pickleball. Obviously with you, I'm texting you weekly about what can I do and how can I get you down to Brook Hollow to show spec tennis, because everybody wants to try a new thing, and you introduce it to the kids at a birthday party or something like that, and then word of mouth is the best way for things to get around for us racket professionals.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Dan. I'll let you go. I know you're super busy trying to get reopened up down in Texas. I just want to thank you so much for your time and your passion about spec tennis and just being a great tennis professional overall.
Thanks, buddy. No, I truly love what you're doing, and me and the members at Brook Hollow, we're here to support it. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Take care. Hope your family's doing well and stay safe.
You too, buddy. Bye.